Welcome back for another episode of CouchSide. Tonight, we are going to talk to you about some stuff that's going on in the world revolving our new president-elect, Donald Trump. My name's Gerald, this is Mario, and for the first time in CouchSide history, you know him as Mr. Upset Alert, Justin Holden.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
So, let's talk about what's going on. As you saw, Kanye West is hanging out with Donald Trump. Ray Lewis, Jim Brown, all these high names.
Did you guys see the golden elevator?
The golden elevator, wisp away in a golden elevator.
It is extravagant.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the news. That is merely a distraction the mainstream media is using to blind you over the retarded, idiotic picks Donald Trump has for his cabinet. And that's what we're going to talk to you tonight. We're cutting the crap out and we're getting right to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. First of all, he appointed on Thursday last week the CEO of Carl's Jr. and Hardee's as the Secretary of Labor. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Burgers are going to rule the world.
Burgers are going to rule the world. The minimum wage is going to stay low.
Yeah, this guy is a very staunch opponent of raising the minimum wage to $9 an hour.
Yeah,
and aside from that, he also wants full automation on his in his restaurants. Where they plan to cut costs and introduce some sort of healthy menu options, but
So you have a Secretary of Labor that doesn't believe in labor, is what you're saying.
Exactly. But on the flip side, in another department, you have the Secretary of Energy, former Governor Rick Perry. Let's not forget about him. This guy is a guy that was on camera in a debate that said he wanted to get rid of the Department of Education. Obviously, he needs some education to want to get rid of it. But this is a guy that doesn't believe in climate change. Neither does Trump for all that. Trump believes that it was a hoax made up by the Chinese to further destroy our global outreach. But this is funny to me because it's like, this is another case of another cabinet member who doesn't believe in the philosophy of the said cabinet. And they're put in these positions, so it's like, what is the reasoning?
What are you talking about, Gerald?
What?
Global warming isn't real.
Oh, whatever.
It's 13 degrees outside.
Hey, listen, last Christmas I was wearing shorts. It was 70 degrees. Let's not forget about that. Global warming ain't real.
No, but climate change really is.
It is.
It's a very real thing.
But this is the thing. The the Department of Energy, they're actually legit worried about the Trump administration.
Absolutely.
They were strong-armed when the transition team went to them with questions asking which scientists were working on global warming, working on ways that they could, prevent it. And they literally told them, we will not be releasing names. The department, his transition team literally went in and tried strong-arming his names. Obviously, we know why. He doesn't believe in global warming. He doesn't believe in it. So what did you do? You get rid of the people that believe in it.
Absolutely.
That way you have more,
From what I see, it just seems like he wants a clean house and just set up a network of people that appeal to his best business interests.
Yeah.
He's trying to increase his empire and just, sit on a giant mountain of gold.
Well, the strategy for him, it seems, has been to appoint people to these cabinet positions that don't believe in the position they're being called to serve. Right. So, like one of the examples, the Department of Education Secretary, Betsy DeVos, she does not believe in public education, really. She's more about the charter schools, the private schools. And so now, granted, I don't think she's just going to abolish public schools, but it just goes to show you maybe there's going to be funding cuts in that area, and you look at Rex Tillerson, Secretary of State. What does he qualify to be Secretary of State, though? Because he's done deals with Putin for ExxonMobil. It's like, so it's really interesting what's going on here. And also, all these 17 cabinet nominations that have happened so far, the combined wealth of those people is greater than a third of the population of the United States. So he's appointing a lot of rich people. He's appointing a lot of people that don't particularly believe in their position. And part of the strategy there is, if you want to roll back the regulations, which is one of Trump's talking points, well, to do that, you put someone in that cabinet position that would be regulating it that doesn't believe in the regulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that worries me. It's like, I feel like we've made a lot of progress. I mean, like I said, to each their own. I just personally feel like we've made a lot of progress in the last 8, even 10 years in certain fields, And it worries me because you got these people that don't believe in what they're in charge of.
Right.
The main philosophy of these places, I understand what you're saying. You want to roll it back, put somebody that doesn't believe in it. They'll do everything they can to destroy it, and that worries me.
It is a very scary thing because it seems like we're moving more towards an oligarchy, where the government functions in a way that it favors corporations and it's run by corporations, not by the people. And in order to combat that, I think people need to be more educated about what's going on, and also vote locally.
Mm-hmm.
Vote for a representative that appeals to your interests.
At the end of the day, the problem is, and we said it in last week's episode,
Mm-hmm.
only 1/3 of the country voting.
Yeah.
These obviously, and then they're the same people that don't vote. They'll be the same people that will be on Facebook complaining and crying about how bad it is. Well, you have no right to cry when you didn't go down in that booth and vote.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason you can't vote, if there's a legitimate reason you can't, okay, whatever. Please, complain all you want. But if you had a right to vote, and you just sat on your butt playing your Xbox One or doing whatever, and you didn't get out there and wait in the lines, well, shame on you.
Yeah.
You're the one I blame.
Yeah.
If things get bad, you're the one I blame. The people that didn't vote.
The damage is done, though. Now it's time to just deal with the consequences, make the best of it, and just, like I said, educate yourselves about what's going on in your communities, the world around you, and try to make the best decisions that affect you. I mean, because even when it comes to, like you said, all these setbacks in, like the Department of Energy, the Department of Education, our relations with other countries around the world, we don't have to let those particular people represent this country. Yeah. They're not the face of the country. We are.
The thing that worries me, and I know people will be like, well, you're just blinded by the mass media, whatever. I'm legit worried about how involved Putin is, how much his name is brought up. I mean, like I said, it may be a mainstream media hoax. Maybe he didn't hack the election. Maybe he did. I don't know for a fact. Mm-hmm. But it worries me how many people in this cabinet are connected to him, and just how much his name is being brought up more than I've heard before. That worries me. And you know what? We'll have to wait and see what happens, what happens with that. But I don't like other countries' leaders being involved this much. Something just doesn't smell right. I'm sorry.
And going back to the cabinet picks and everything we want to look at is, Trump campaigned on this idea of, I'm going to drain the swamp in Washington. But if you look at some of these picks, like, Steve Mnuchin, a Goldman Sachs guy.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's like everyone railed against Hillary for her connections to Goldman Sachs or connections to Wall Street. And then Trump comes in and he's bringing in Goldman Sachs guys. I don't understand why, he's getting a pass on that. And, his supporters seem to just look at it and be like, oh, well, yeah, that guy's the best qualified guy for the job. It's like, really? Would you be saying that if someone else won the presidency and appointed that guy? Come on. Let's be real here.
Let's be real. You put, who was it? You put Ben Carson in charge of housing. What? Ben Carson is a brain surgeon.
Have we really set the bar that low?
This is an admirable, educated, human being. But what in the world does he have to do with housing?
Do you even remember what he said when they interviewed him after he fell out of the nomination?
Please refresh me.
They asked him if he really felt like he was qualified to be president. He said, absolutely not.
I mean, it's literally like one big, giant, living meme where it's just like, what is next?
Like, if they put Ben Carson as, like, the Surgeon General. Or
Yeah,
something. That
that
would make
makes sense.
But like,
that makes sense. That
virtually
would-
any other role doesn't make sense. You know.
like Surgeon General or is the Secretary of Health or whatever.
Right.
Those things make sense. This man has had has been in the door his whole life, his whole career. But how is he? I don't know.
Then, of course, you also have Linda McMahon as the small business administrator.
Yet you run a multinational corporation. Yes, you know so much about small business. WWE has never been a small business as long as she's been involved.
Money in the bank.
And the funny thing is that one is one of his like more reasonable appointments because at least she's a business person doing business.
Yeah.
You know, but some of these other ones is just a clear conflict of interest between the person that's going in the position and what they're supposed to do. They don't believe in, so it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's aggravating.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, the damage has been done. It's just frustrating to see this. Like, for the sake of him saying he wanted to drain the swamp, I was like, okay, that is something I can listen to.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of the dirt, cool. But you've literally just went to one swamp over here and brought in a brand new shovel of mud. No! You've literally done the exact opposite. You told these people. All those people you said, oh, I'm going to get these jobs back, this, that. You're not bringing coal mining jobs back. We know that. And now you're bringing a bunch of rich people who have more wealth than a third of the country into your cabinet position. It is literally the modern day Roman Empire, the rich ruling the poor.
Mm-hmm.
Call it what it is. It's a new empire.
It's going to be golden robots ruling the world.
Golden robots. All day. Every day.
All right, so that's it for this week's episode, guys. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to like and subscribe below and check back for more episodes. My name is Gerald. This is Mario. Thank you, Justin, for coming along. Don't forget to tune in to Lit Sports Online and catch me and this guy weekly. Have a great night.